Fair Oaks and Woodbury this morning. This is on the edge of Pasadena, Altadena. Headed up that way. Where we had another shooting over there. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is, oh my goodness, I don't even know what day it is. Just been having a bit of a challenge at home. This is actually the first time in a long time I'm over here at Woodbury and Fair Oaks on the not so good side of northern Pasadena. As many of you heard that over the last few days, we've had a lot of, well, a lot of crime, you know, shootings here and there. The city south of us, Monterey Park, and then down in Torrance, which I believe, excuse me, I believe they were related to a gentleman who, I listened to some of it. What I got most of it was there was an attack on the Lunar New Year festivities, and it was presumed that a racist, right-winged, and etc. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And it turned out to be similar, like of a community that turned out to be angry, presumably because this person was not invited. So there's no racial other than similarities in ethnicities. So yeah, it's really getting bad out here, my friends. I have to deal with all this locally right here, and then just down over here on Lincoln, just maybe 3/4 of a mile, not even a mile, there was another shooting several hours that same evening, I believe, or early in the morning. We have a lot of shootings up here, especially Altadena, and we're just close by to the JPL. So yeah, with everything that's going on, California sinking, as many of you seen already with our doctors and stuff like that. Now they're tight-lipped about everything, and I said this to many of my friends, and I spoke about this many a times on this channel, that in my opinion, and from what I've seen, there's going to be an exodus, more exodus of Californians and those in the medical profession alike, because they're going to be carrying a lot of burden, a lot of responsibility, and they're walking on a fine edge of a blade that if they go either one side, they're going to have their credentials most likely taken away or lose their job, and face a lot of litigation and stuff like that, not just from their employer but also from the state. And now I guess the doctors are under another thumbnail or thumb that they can't really prescribe procedures or medications that they deem are good for. It's just, it's nuts. Yours truly, this is why I say I want to get out of here, because as it is right now, it's kind of hard for me to step left or right and everything with my health issues, and you've seen me struggle with my health issues and everything. Today is remarkably a fantastic day. Well, mentally, now that I stepped out of the house, but health-wise, it's just so weird. So I'm off to see if I can't get any more answers, and then some also pertaining to the other non-recognized residents but are still residing. It's a lot of crap. It really is. I spoke with my other housemate, had a chance to the other day, and yeah, he's, you know, it's increasingly bad. He says, yeah, the cockroaches and everything, they're really bad. I go, are they in bed with you? Also, he goes, Yeah, man, you know, it's just, I know they're not, but it's just that sensation, you know, it's that feeling that something else is in bed with you when there's not. I go, yeah, I know. And I hate that, because one thing that being homeless is that one of our biggest tackles is usually, especially in the summertime, is the little ants, the little black ants. Many a time I found them in my sleeping bag. All right, here comes our bus driver, so we'll pick up. It is quite beautiful. It's like 56 degrees right now. It's really, really nice. I think this week here in Pasadena, locally, and in the San Gabriel area, I think it's usually towards the end of January, thereabouts, is the homeless count commences throughout Southern California, here and there, and stuff like that. Usually towards the end of January is when it takes place. I don't remember if we did one last year, or I think it was the year before last. I think one of the years was kind of interrupted because of the which they want to try to bring back again. Hey, it's yours. You folks have seen all that crap, right? But anyway, yeah, they were supposed to. They actually had found kind of a thing. A lot of the homeless folks don't like to be counted. I'm not going to go into it, but I totally am on the side when homeless don't want to get counted. They just don't want to get counted. Leave it at that. Here in Pasadena, up until what happened when I was still homeless, they did have an incentive, though. Some of them had like $5 gift cards to like local eateries, McDonald's, BK, whatever, in order to coax them out, you know, and to be able to get a more accurate account. I believe the last we were about maybe 630 thereabouts. As it stands right now, a lot of homeless have vacated, though. They do come on a daily basis, seems to be hanging out. Some of the hot spots locally, even Lake, is a bit barren. So I kind of think that maybe our count, when they're tallied and all set up and then posted in the news or in the local paper, I kind of think maybe we'll be under 400, if not 350. I hope. I hope. Because honestly, right now as it stands, maybe it's the weather. It's a great possibility. Though in Los Angeles it is quite heavy. Speaking of Los Angeles, so 24 days into the 1st of January, and Karen Bass and Associates and everyone else has done diddly squat. Of course, I have said it. Dress up another pig, put even different perfume and maybe a little more lipstick. It's still the same thing. It's still the same. Look, honestly, I think it would have, I really think it would have been better the other way, because maybe that was his handicap also, is that he was a land developer. Caruso, of course, I'm speaking of Caruso. He definitely had a much more detailed and scale plan in order to get this. I mean, he's a developer, so he knew what he was going to go in this, starting with that, definitely within the first week. Karen Bass, all she kept saying was, you know, day one, I'm going to do a declaration. Again, a declaration is just an announcement, a piece of paper, which we all could do, stand out in the middle of the street and declare something, and just, that's it. You know, and nothing's done. There's been a whole lot of money that's come into California for her and everything, but nothing, not even a little, has done. A lot of folks have been picked up, moved around, and just been messed with. They are going to force, they are going to take it, they are going to push it to the point where if you are just mentally unfit, or as they deem or see mentally unfit, they're going to move that person, which is the horrendous part. And again, it's all in words. Karen Bass said that she wants to eradicate, which we know in all realistic terms throughout history, there's always been homeless folks. There's always been poor people. You can't eradicate that. It's an unsightliness that you see just like Newsom does. Caruso was saying that we can fix this. Now, see, that's some more reasonable and sensible term use of words properly. Fix. Again, we're going to alleviate a lot of pressure. We can do a lot more and pay more attention and maybe help reduce quite a bit, but it'll never go away. His choice of words and what he wanted to do was a little bit more reasonable and more sane. Everyone else. Now, if you look at in the past when Governor Newsom during the shut-in, and he's going all around and everything, he's angrily kicking around a lot of the stuff, so-called helping to clean up the community and the homeless and stuff like that. And he's just got this evil, demonic look on his face. He's angry. He's pissed off. His so-called 10-year plan has blown up in his face. That's over 10 years. And Karen Bass is adopting the same strategy and the same verbiage, applied differently, but alas, same fucking pig. Now we are in Lake Avenue, South Lake. This is where the locals go. This is the posh. No, not really, but I mean, it is a lot nicer. This is commonly known as the shops on Lake Avenue, South Lake Avenue. There used to be a little mini mart. It's been defunct for quite a while. It's kind of cool because it's got that, ooh, that doesn't sound so good. It's got that 1980s retro kind of Burger King looking 80s pie and burgers over there. We got Ross. We got the formerly Barnes and Noble's bookstore over here that used to be also a Blockbuster for many, many years. Oh, Blockbuster. A two-story Blockbuster nonetheless. And that's going down to South Pass. We got Pete's Coffee, Einstein Brothers and Bagels, Starbucks, Winchell's, a couple little Waxarinos so you can get your European feel or look on. It's all pretty cool. I mean, kind of couldn't even tell. Is it still even? Yeah, it is. That's a CVS. A bit unpronounced, but yes. The Einstein Bagels is really good over here. And then we got the one where I go to once in a while, Pavilions, Vaughn's. Only because I have like 30 bucks on a gift card that someone gave me locally. Now I gotta get eggs. So we're gonna see how much the eggs, bread, milk, and butter. Basically the staples, that's what I need. Eggs. Depending on what they are, a dozen. Let's say 5 plus? I think 5 plus. Well, we're gonna find out how much exactly, so. All right. Take the Xanax. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna have a seizure here. Holy cow. Well, you know, honestly, oh God, this is painful. It's still considerably a lot less than it is over at Vallarta. I've seen them over there easily up 10, 9 plus in some places. It's not bad here. Huevos it is. That's like 15 bucks right there. 5 plus 4. Okay, I think I got lucky. This right now is 50% off, so this is like $3.49. Ice cream is so expensive, by the way. Have you seen that? It's like $6, $7, $8 some places. I got this, so I'm thinking maybe 30 bucks just for this little bit. This is on sale. This is on, everything's on sale, so good luck, Charlie. 26 bucks. Still a lot of money, right? See, and I got the yeah, the ice cream went for $3.49. So look at the bread and the eggs. Wow. I think I still have like $9 or $10 left on the gift card. So yay. You know, the good thing, I would have to say, it's here in Pasadena. It's not as competitive for grocery shopping per se, maybe like in Los Angeles or some of the more densely inhabited, you know, metropolitan areas. The good thing is that, especially this pavilion's right over here, this Vaughn's, it's the shishi more end of, I showed you down in South Pass. That's kind of funny. Is that a lot of the stuff that they get in, you know, if you go early enough in the morning, I'd say maybe around past 8 a.m. Then you get the stuff that's already been marked down the day before, especially when it comes to dairy and meat. I like to, especially at Target and Rouse and at Vaughn's. If you get there early enough, you could get the day after meat and stuff like that. And that saves a big bundle. Also, especially at Smart and Final, at my local one, down towards the end, you have the near to more aged meat, whether it be chicken or poultry, whatever. But that's usually, you know, and that's, the realization is, holy shit, my friends, I'm going to be 57 in March.
I'm trying to kick
that kind of like coming up and slammed me up in the face the other day. I just don't think about it really. I'm going to be 57 in March. Shit. Look how I'm living. I'm when I go to the grocery store now, I am definitely doing the senior citizen, being very frugal. I can't believe I'm living like that, you know. But as it is, most of us are starting to live like that too, especially for you younger folks with families and everything. You know, I'm so sorry that you are having to experience this. You know, our country wasn't, we're supposed to be so much more fruitful. We just forgot ourselves, you know. I really, really feel sorry for you younger folks. I really, really do. And I'm not just saying that. I really do care. You know, when I first got married, life was going so well with all the credit cards and shopping and going to JCPenney's, paying off the bill, going off to Sears, walking in, paying off the bill, and life was beautiful. Then 9/11 happened and our world got turned upside down. Within less than 4 months, we had to file bankruptcy. We had to go to credit court and do the whole spiel. Luckily for us, we got under the blanket of it where everything got terminated. Now it's more, it's not as easy now as it was when we first had to file for bank. But it's rough, you know. It's just really, really rough. Now in this day of age where truly, truly now you own nothing. You just rent. You lease. You may own your car outright, but you think you do. Now you're paying yearly of those extended warranty programs on top of the probably warranty program that you're paying now for insurance, and it's just a mess. It is really a mess. We really have to clamp down on ourselves. Will we ever learn? Highly doubtful. Alright folks, we're back. finish it off here. Well, I went to, initially I had gone over to the GR office, commonly known the welfare office. The GR office, it's so funny. Social Services Office always gets the name changed. Welfare office in the 70s when I was growing up. And then when I was in the homeless situation, it was the GR office for the general relief. And it keeps kind of going back to GR to public assistance. That's freaking welfare. Jesus Christ. I don't know why people want to change, give an ugly situation or a grimful situation such a lightning name. Public assistance. Are you on public? No, motherfucker, I'm on welfare. Shit. Stupid. Play on words. Always had a thing on play on words. Even though George Carlin is the old-fashioned one-man Democrat, I like his direct approach. It's kind of funny because when people say he's really, no, he's not liberal, he's Dem, he's old-fashioned. Go back. He's like one-man Democrat. You know, he ain't gonna pull punches. This, what you think or perceive as to be a liberal or a Democrat, especially for you younger folks, this your introduction to being a Democrat is this is not what a Democrat was. This is a mutation. I mean, I think they started shooting up on the old relief there before the general public had a chance to get the news. Because these are not the Democrats. I mean, yeah, Democrats were a bit radical and always have been, given who they are, you know, but this was just unprecedented. I mean, say this again, a lot of Republicans and conservatives were taken by surprise. You know, this was just, they're still going at it. They're still going at it. That's the funny thing. Well, find out the basic skinny and then I'll go see how bad things are. Kind of think that, you know, it was alluded that there's probably possibility of other sites. Well, you know, you got to remember, since he was in the Senate and then 4 years as VP, so I would say maybe check the Clintons and the Hussein Obama's residencies, as well as Pelosi's, AOC, everybody, anybody, right? There's a myriad of places where old sleepy-eyed Joe, old cotton-eyed Joe, these politics don't really seem to mean much anymore. Now it's just a Circus Vargas thrown in with Ringling Brothers. God, it's I'm more concentrated on the whole Crowder and everything. I'm pretty much on the Crowder side. See, the thing is, when he came out and he did that, a lot of, and I don't like that big tech and big business now is really embeds now what it seems to be with the conservatives and the Republicans on YouTube and on social platforms. They're changing too. They're kind of distracting from Joe's thing, so that look, for me, when Stephen Crowder first announced what he announced in his first video, one of two so far that I count, what I walked away and what I heard more was about the terms of the contract that is just penalizing any creator, especially any young creator. That's why I had mentioned in some of the other videos, if you are up and young, coming, whatever platform it is, not just YouTube, don't be so quick to sign it, because you don't have any idea what you're signing. These contracts are really bad, and if you don't produce, if you don't give the the content or the amount and meet your terms, it's not as easy as walking away, young folks. And I'm really addressing you young folks, because in this whole world right now, it seems to be perceived that you can just walk away from any given responsibility. And what you see on the news with the crime and everything, and the LBGT everything, and yes, I'm sorry, but you know, and then the whole BLM and all this, everybody getting away with it, everything and stuff like that. They're going to target the young folks. And you parents, just please pay attention and pay mind to what your kids are doing. And if they're making money, please pay attention. So how is this happening? Ask why. Did you sign anything? No, you know, just this thing on, if it's an e-signature also online, an e-contract, pay attention. Don't be so quick, because in the long run, they're going to come after your parents or anybody that's associated with you and your family and stuff for money. Yeah. Those contracts are really, really hard. Same thing for you elderly folks and stuff, and seniors, you know, they're... And then when he did his second video stuff again, I'm like, see, that's what I walked away. That's what I walked away from that first video, is taking the whole it's not about the money. $50 million, yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. But there's... They want to... Every little thing that is missed, they really want our covering, and it's dangerous. That's why I'm glad I'm not at the level. Shit, I'm not even monetized. You know, you guys can even see that I'm not monetized. So, yeah, no. And the stuff that's been offered to me on the emails to do a product, it's not stuff that I would do. You know, as I said, there's an expectancy that everybody has their price. That is not so true. I would have sold out a long time ago. Firstly, out on the streets. No. I mean, I walked away from a job, you know, at Subway and stuff, and I spoke about that, about how my manager was, you know, having extramarital affairs, and I didn't like that, and I'm having to take on the responsibilities of the shop, plus the other employees, and I'm not even management. And when I walked away and I went back to an old job, what the ex found out, you know, was that aided in the destruction of my relationship. I may not be a complete 100% moral human being, less a moral man, twice divorced, children involved in both ex-marriages, but I do have my principles. I don't like misrepresentation, and there's too many people out there misrepresenting them. Too many rhinos and too many dinos. Republicans in name only and Democrats in name only. And the liberals, they're just as confused as fucking Shaggy and Scooby. Old Shaggy and Scooby, not this new shit. Alright, my friends, that's it for me. I'm going to go back in and see how stuff is. Plus my ice cream's starting to soften up. $3.49 for ice cream, yay! You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted for any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on, and that's about it. Yeah, I can't change. I went down there so I could change my Medi-Cal. Can't change it. Now it has to have branches. So, not getting what I need to get. Alright, that's about it. I am going to try and do something a little... I hope I can tomorrow. But we'll see. Anyway, comments good or bad, please post. If not, email. I love you all. Be safe. Be nice, be kind, and be nice and be kind. Just be nice and be kind. Things are going to get batshit crazy.